All right, Jim.
But the Prime Minister has said 3 times now in post-election interviews that he does believe in a 2-state solution. Why isn't that good enough?
Because, Jim, he said earlier this week that he wasn't. So the point is that
politicians don't say things before elections that may not be where they are. It may be just political expedience.
Well, I think
why isn't that not the case? The president, I mean, you know, the president has said things that he has had to reverse himself on over the years.
I think the point is, Jim, the verb that you're using is may. There now is doubt about whether or not this is what the true view is of Prime Minister Netanyahu and the government that he will form.
Did the president tell, or did the Prime Minister tell the president that he believes in a 2-state solution in this phone call?
Well, that's something you can ask my Israeli counterpart about what the Prime Minister said in this phone call.
Well, don't you know what the president heard?
I'm not saying I don't know. I'm just saying that I will allow my Israeli counterpart to describe the views that his boss conveyed in that phone call. I've done my best to try to convey to you what President Obama said in that phone call, but if the Israelis choose to discuss what the Prime Minister said, then that would be up to them to decide.
But if the Prime Minister had said that during the phone call, and the President got that message, you're still coming out here and saying, well, we still believe what the Prime Minister said earlier this week, not what he's saying now.
Well, as I mentioned yesterday, words matter.
There are doubts all around a U.S. nuclear deal with Iran, starting with that country's supreme leader who must sign off on any agreement. At a speech over the weekend in front of a crowd chanting "Death to America," Iran's Ayatollah Khamenei agreed, condemning the economic sanctions on his people. Yes, death to America, Khamenei told the audience, because America is the original source of this pressure. All the more reason, the White House says, to strike a deal.
Do those comments give this White House any pause about moving forward with a nuclear deal with that country?
Jim, I can tell you that I think those kinds of comments only underscore why it is so critically important that the United States and the international community succeed in preventing Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon.
As for the Ayatollah's death to America comments, administration officials are suggesting those kinds of remarks are aimed at an Iranian domestic political audience